Welcome to Horror News Radio for April 24th, 2023. Join us for Horror News of the Week and recommendations for May 2023. All this and more coming up next. I'm your host, Doc Rodden, and this is H&R, the official Gruesome Magazine Horror News Podcast. Back with me again this week are the scariest, goriest, bloodiest co-hosts on the net. Starting off with the living dead girl, Crystal Cleveland. How you doing? I know I'm shaking things up.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm like, oh my God, 10 years. What?
Yeah, we have some
That's
news to
crazy.
talk about on top
Now,
of
I
the news.
haven't been here 10 years, but I think I've been here over 3 now.
I believe you have.
Maybe 4.
Yeah, goes by fast.
Maybe 4 because oh God, it's
It was
getting close to
pre-COVID.
that. Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, definitely pre-COVID.
was,
And then I was in Charlotte for 4 years. Oh my God, it might be 4 years. Wow.
Time goes by fast.
Time goes by so fast. Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
crazy.
Well, also joining us is the lead news writer at Gruesome Magazine, the one and only, say it with me, Dave
Dreher! Woo!
That might be that is definitely a decade-worthy
Yeah.
one right there.
There you
That was a
go.
good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Excellent, excellent. All right, well, we are going to be, I'm going to put myself down here, let you guys write up that way.
Nope.
What we're doing is we're going to give you the news, and then we're going to give you a countdown of, we have 5 selections for May. May's a little thin for horror, but we're going to give you what we can find. And then, of course, we hope you enjoy these podcasts. If you do, please hit the like, subscribe, share with a friend buttons. They're easy and free to click, and each click will help us find more horror fans just like you. So please. But as Crystal was saying, the big news on top of the horror news is that we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary of podcasting. We started with H&R back in April of 2013, and then out from that grew Decades of Horror and Gruesome Magazine, among others. And we've been doing this 10 years. Dave, you and I, along with Thomas Mariani and the Black Saint, Santos Ellin Jr., started with the review of Evil Dead in 2013, excuse me.
I remember it well.
Yeah, it's been cray. It's been cray. So it officially starts with the review of Evil Dead Rise coming out soon from us. Of course, that marks we did that because Evil Dead, then Evil Dead Rise. It only makes sense. It just works that way.
That's how it worked out.
Yep. So
How perfect.
starting in April of 2023, the month that we are in now, if you're watching this really quickly. And then we'll end in February of 2024. We're going to celebrate all year long. We've got crazy things coming up. And it's going to end with a Grue-Crew. We are doing a gruesome cruise at the end of February. And all fans are invited. Hopefully, as many of the hosts that can make it will be there. And we'll all enjoy some horror and cocktails and sun and beaches and late night festivities and anything else that we can think of all together and celebrate horror on the Grue-Crew. And that'll be February 23rd through the 26th, 2024. It's going to be on Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas out of Port Canaveral. There'll be a link in the comments down below, and it's 3 nights, so it's a weekend. Starts on Friday, you get back on Monday, so it's really easy to kind of schedule without having to take a whole week. So we're excited. We're looking forward to this, and we'll be talking about it all year. So get ready. Thanks to everyone who's been hanging out with us for 10 years, right, Dave? It's been amazing. The people we've met, both on the podcast and fans of the podcast.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable. Thank you, Doc, for asking me along on this crazy ride. Who would have thought it would go 10 years? You know?
You didn't. I saw the email. All right. Well, let's dive into the news. This is what everybody really wants to hear. We have 3 articles coming up, and they're all kind of wonderful. I'm going to start off with one of the franchises that I absolutely love. I am a huge Godzilla and King Kong fan, and I really love the American versions that we got, the Monsterverse, if you will.
Cool.
Yes, look at that. That is not Kong. All right, they have revealed the title for the next Monsterverse film is going to be Godzilla X Kong, excuse me. The new
Ex-con.
Godzilla goes to prison.
The new
Maybe that is Kong after he comes out of the clink.
Could be.
and this is, of course, the follow-up to Godzilla vs. Kong, and it's set to hit theaters March 15th, 2024, about a year from now. They didn't really give us any too much to look at except for this thing blinking at us. But the big thing is I want to hear what you guys think. If this isn't Kong, who is it?
Well, I mean, we did talk about this before, and, I was like, oh, well, yeah, it's red, and you mentioned it could be an orangutan, and that makes perfect sense to me.
I think so.
For some reason, and I know it's not a bird, but it looks bird-like to me. It looks like there'd be a beak coming down. I know it's not, but that would be cool. Maybe it's the eyes. And I know that's hair, but, I mean, there's birds with hair.
I feel you. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
It looks scary. It looks for some reason it looks small to me, but I know it's not. But that's just because we have a close up.
Yep, close up indeed. Oh man! Of course, we'll be going to not Monster Island anymore, but what was King Kong's land called? Holy crap! Why don't I know this?
Skull Island.
Island and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the little land that they found down the center of the world where they picked up the little axe. The little axe. It was a huge axe that he fought Godzilla with. I'm sure there's other monsters. You don't make these things with other kaiju, but I'm a huge kaiju fan.
Oh,
Dave?
I love them too. Yeah, it's good.
Dave, are
too.
you?
Dave too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, not as much as you there, Doc. I mean, but I mean, I have no idea what that could be. I don't know the King Kong universe well enough to know. I mean, the way they play it in that little, I don't even want to call it a trailer. What is more of an announcement? Would you say?
It's a reveal. They call it a reveal.
Reveal.
Yeah,
That's appropriate.
it doesn't really show us anything. I mean, really, honestly. So I don't know what that is, Doc. But you know what? We're gonna find out.
Yeah, there's one cool shot, and it's basically artwork that shows a long-armed simian on the throne, and then as you pull back
on the throne, like a
throne.
king, like king orangutan,
like a
king.
orangutan. And as it pulls
King
back
Louis?
all the bones, and then there's a Godzilla skull and a King Kong skull. So facing each other.
Interesting.
So,
So what's up with the title Godzilla X Kong? I don't understand. What was it?
I guess they're fighting together.
I bet they'd be together. Yeah.
Oh, so Godzilla times Kong, huh?
Yeah, or
Okay.
and.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes a little more sense.
So it's going to be more of a team up than a battle.
I like
That's all
that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
not a problem for me. Yeah.
Now we're going to get a lot of that because there's a TV show coming out too.
Right.
That we're going to get some more background on it as well. So it's going to be a really interesting year. 2024 is going to be full of monsters, and I'm excited. All right, let's go on to our next bit of news. Crystal, I understand that you're a fan of Stranger Things. We kind of have.
I think most of us here are a
news.
fan of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're actually watching on YouTube, then you see that Doc has just thrown up a photo of the Duffer Brothers, and you all know the Duffer Brothers is the creators of Stranger Things. Well, Netflix, who they've been working with, has greenlit a new production from them entitled The Burrows, which is an 8-episode, I guess, like series drama set in seemingly picturesque retirement community in the New Mexico desert, where a group of unlikely heroes must band together to stop an otherworldly threat from stealing the one thing they don't have. Time. It seems familiar. It sounds familiar to me a little bit. But
Sounds
they're
like
gonna
Stranger Things with a walker. Is what
it sounds. But they're gonna executive produce, and the creators are actually Jeffrey Addis and Will Matthews. So they were the ones that actually created it, but the Duffer Brothers will produce with Hilary Leavitt via their Netflix production company called Upside Down Pictures. Oh my God, I actually got that.
Great name.
Yeah, and so Addis and Matthews developed The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, which I loved so much. I was really sad that it didn't get renewed. It was amazing to me. I thought it was fabulous. Skekskis. Okay, but yeah, so I'm excited about this. I mean, I think I hope it's not too similar to Stranger Things. I mean, I'm kind of I'm interested. They're like, the one thing they don't have is time, so it's not.
Well, they're retirement community, so they don't have time.
Oh, they're like old people.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not even.
See, the Walker? That was his name by
I
the Walker?
did not
You
get
didn't
that.
get my Walker reference?
No,
I
I
think you
was
were thinking
thinking like
zombies.
Walker, Texas Ranger or
Oh,
something.
you-
I don't know.
You can tell you're under 50 years old.
I was like,
no.
wait, what? Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Okay, this is totally different. It's going to be these group of old people, which is cool. That's way better.
Yes.
That's going to be fun because they're going to have a ton of different obstacles, and I mean, I would love if they pulled the Cocoon. That'd be neat. Like,
I would imagine there's going to be
Ooh.
some
they'd get some
of
time
that in
then.
there. Yeah. And I hope that the supernatural part of it that they described, the other worldly or supernatural, is larger than the drama.
Yeah,
You know,
me too. Me
but you
too.
never know.
Yeah.
You never know. But I'm excited to see what else they can kind of bring to our attention. These two.
Well,
And-
they're really talented, and I'm really interested to see because they do seem to like gravitate toward the 80s, and they love and I love that look, and I love it. But I'd like to see something completely different. They're clever. They're very intelligent peeps. They're probably gonna do something. It's gonna seem the same. It's gonna be completely different and blow our minds. That's what I'm hoping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dave, any last comments before we move on?
No, I mean, it doesn't really read like they're going to be flexing a lot of creative muscle here. It literally does sound like Stranger Things with old people.
No.
But who knows? I mean, that it's kind of hard to say. They do have the Midas touch. Everything they touch seems to turn to gold. So there is no reason to believe that this will not be anything but awesome. So
I like that. I like that. All right. Well, of course, as we find out more news, we will be sharing it here. Dave, as you know, in our pre-discussion for the podcast, Crystal and I disagree on the validity of this franchise we're getting ready to talk about. I love it. Crystal throws me to the wolves over it, but we'll find out if this one will change her mind. What in the world am I talking about?
Well, Doc, you are talking, of course, about your beloved Insidious franchise.
Yes.
We got a teaser trailer for the next installment, which is titled Insidious: The Red Door. Of course, I think we all seen this online. Big ballyhoo when it hit the online at the end of the week. But it also, at least in my neck of the woods, played before Evil Dead Rise.
Did,
And
yes.
the trailer I felt played much better on the big screen with the big giant Dolby sound and all that than it did watching it on my little baby computer. But we've got this film picking up 10 years after Insidious Chapter 2, showcasing some familiar faces from its predecessors. At the end of the second movie, it seems as though the Lambert family had shed their satanic visions. But now we're fast forwarding to modern day where Josh, once again played by Patrick Stewart, and Dalton.
Wilson.
What did I say?
Stewart.
No, oh
Patrick
my God,
Stewart.
that's right.
Did I Stewart?
He's
Yeah,
dead.
that's
Brady.
okay.
Patrick Wilson. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Freudian slip, huh? And Dalton Lambert, played by Ty Simpkins, and they're back to face a new set of problems. They're back into the, what is it called? The neither, the never, the nether?
The nether.
neither?
Mhm.
Further,
yeah.
the further.
The further?
That's it.
Further.
See, it should be the nether. No, Dave's more right. Like, because that's like Minecraft. You're going to go into the nether. That makes so much sense. Sorry, Dave, you got it. You're spot
I got
on,
it.
man.
I nailed it. This is Dalton's first year at college, and there's a fresh group of nightmarish monsters. So yeah, if you watch the trailer, which I highly recommend you do, we see a lot of the flashbacks, some of the old ghosties that we've seen in the previous chapters. It looks pretty solid. If you're a fan of the Insidious franchise, wouldn't you agree, Doc? I mean, you're pretty much
I would.
Dr. Insidious.
But I definitely agree with you. When I saw it in the theater, it played much better. I was a little nervous with it when I watched it on the computer, but in the theater, the sound is a much bigger element of it than you feel at home. And of course, Patrick Wilson is directing this episode, and Ty Simpkins is actually the little kid from the first two movies, and he's all grown up.
Cute.
And it took me a while to recognize him. It's like, oh my gosh, it is him. And so that's really cool as well.
Think this will actually be the final chapter, though? I'm thinking it's going to be.
I think it will. I think it will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm agreeing. It's just the way the trailer plays makes it look like it's going to finally be the end of the whole mess.
Yeah. Rose Byrne will come back, and Lynn Shay shows up a little bit as well. Although I believe in at least in the teaser we got, she's in like a video, talking to them through video instead of in person, or the ghostly version that we got in episode 2, right?
Yeah. And did you watch wasn't there not, and correct me if I'm wrong, as I know you will, wasn't there like a Insidious, the Lost Key or the Dark Key or something? Or is that something else?
Yeah, there was Insidious Chapter 3, which was on Lynn Shay's character, and then Last Key was also her, but that was a prequel. Both of them.
Okay.
Oh.
But that
I didn't see the Key one. So
it did really well. That was one of the first January releases that did well and looked good. You know, it was actually a decent movie. I mean, it's not a great movie. It's not as good as the first two, but it.
Oh yeah, the first.
It held its own.
It's so good.
I love the first two. Oh my God.
So let me tell you, I can't tell you how much I love Patrick Wilson, because I love Patrick Wilson. Phantom of the Opera, The Conjuring, like, dude rocks it. He could not even save that turd. No. No.
Oh, man.
But this poster looks cool, and I'm going to watch it. Look, honestly, I don't hate them. I just don't get them. I'm like, Rose, I love Rose, but she was horrible in the first movie. Like her acting was so bad, it took me out completely. She's way better at comedy. Horror's not really her inner wheelhouse, I don't think. I don't think it's for her. But she's fabulous in comedy. That's where she should stay.
She is. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it, but I do think it's time to wrap it up and bring something new. But I don't know. People are torn with the Red Devil thing, the thing that looks like.
It's hilarious.
It's
hilarious.
The Darth Maul guy.
The Darth Maul guy. To me, he's scary, and the music is scary. The Tiptoe Through the Tulips got me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh well,
I thought he was
easy
creepier, like as a shadow, like when they showed that sign of the boy laying in the bed, and you just see the shadow against the
Yes.
wall. I was that was creepy. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, July 7th is when this hits theaters.
Wow, that's soon.
That's soon. We'll be reviewing it here.
Yeah.
Look forward to it. All right. Well, that is our news for tonight. We have Cities to Red Door, The Burrows, and Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, all coming out soon. We'll be talking about all those as we find out more. And now let's transition, if we can, into 5 movies that are coming out, horror movies or horror adjacent in one case. Recommendations that we have coming out in May of 2023. It is at this point a little light, but I'm gonna hope that we just haven't heard about the films that are coming out this month.
Still though, I mean, 5 movies. I mean, there was a time when we could have got 5 genre films in the same month. We would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We were in heaven,
That's
so.
true.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting spoiled.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, especially last month. Last month was like stacked. Couldn't even get them all in. Or this month that we're in. You know what I mean. Simulant, Simulant is coming out 5/5. This is set in the near future. A humanoid enlists a global hacker to remove all restrictions on his thoughts and capabilities, triggering an AI uprising and a government manhunt to eliminate the rise of machine consciousness. It stars Robbie Amell, Jordana Brewster, Alicia Sands, and Simu Liu, and Sam Worthington. It's directed by April Mullen, and it is coming out exclusively on DirecTV. I didn't know DirecTV
so
was
9
still a
people
thing.
will get to see it.
9 people,
Mhm.
9 times. The trailer looks interesting, and AI is a hot topic now because of all the AI things out there doing all kinds of crazy artwork and code and stuff, and people are starting to get you hear people getting nervous. I do anyway. Do you hear people getting nervous about it?
I
hear
do.
people
There
getting
was
nervous.
just a thing on tonight's national news about an AI thing, about something that helping blind people. They can use the AI to take a picture of like what's in the refrigerator, and the AI will tell them what's in there.
Cool.
Creepy.
That's actually really good.
Mhm.
But when you can say, write me the code to do this, and it comes out with code and it does it, and it's like, oh crap. If it starts thinking of, do you want to play a game? And then all of a sudden we're all dead.
We're worried about when Skynet went conscious, right?
Skynet,
Mhm.
yes. But this one's a little bit more about humanoid looking people. I don't know. It's weird. What do you guys think?
Oh, I thought we were watching the trailers. I don't know why I thought we were watching trailers. I'm excited. I think it's going to be cool. I mean, it's kind of I Am Robot, right?
Mhm.
Or
Yeah,
I
very much
Robot or
so.
whatever. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I typically like all of these Android AI type films. So I'm into it. I mean, Blade Runner, it's all good. I love sci-fi. And I love sci-fi when it's more horror, even more. So, when he said Patrick Stewart, I was like, I'd be down with Patrick Stewart just as much as Patrick Wilson.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe Patrick Stewart's going to be in the Burrows, right? All right. Up next for May 12th is Hypnotic. This is hitting theaters, and it is from director Robert Rodriguez, who is a director I think all three of us like, at least most of the time. I don't know what you think of his kids' movies, but I love his horror films and other stuff. I like the kid movies too, to be honest.
I did too. I mean, what's there not to like? What's your expectations?
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
This is synopsis. A detective becomes entangled with a mystery involving his missing daughter and a secret government program while investigating a string of reality-bending crimes. It stars Ben Affleck, Alicia Braga, J.D. Bardo, Hala Finley, Deo Akinyi,
Okay, here we go.
Jeff Fahey,
Mhm.
Jackie Earl Haley, and William Fichtner. Now,
Hey, yeah, like you like upped your you're like, nah, screw you, Crystal. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna kill it.
now, if you've seen the trailer, it actually does get into like some creepy, scary things. Not in a true horror sense, but more in this person basically knows how to just hypnotize people to think other things, and then you don't know what reality is. And to me, that's unsettling. That's
cool.
horrifying. Right?
Yeah, that's
Very
neat.
creepy.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds, I love Robert Rodriguez, so I have faith in him, and I don't hate Ben Affleck. I mean, actually, I just saw a commercial with him that I just died laughing about.
What was that?
Like that he did. It was like donuts or something. Like he was like ordering food, and they thought he was like Matt Damon, and he's like, no, and they're like, Matt Damon is great, and he's like, he's okay. So I thought that was cute. So I mean, he's good and everything. I mean, he's not the greatest actor, but everything he's been in, I've enjoyed. I've watched of his. So it's one of those type of things for me.
I like him quite a bit, and I'm eager to this. I like William Fichtner too, and I think them against each other, opposing each other, that's going to be fun. It's more thrillery than true horror, but I think just the hypnotic aspect of it lends itself to a lot of horror themes that we often get in our movies. So included
That
it
sounds
here.
fun.
And of course, we love Robert Rodriguez, so we're going to include it anyway. The next one, this one's for Crystal. And
It's not for me, but
for you
I mean, I
specifically.
get
No,
it.
They made it for you. It's coming out the 12th as well. It's called Oregon Trail. Now, I did not slur my word. It's not Oregon Trail. It's Oregon Trail. Organ. Oregon Trail. And then, I'm silly. I have all this artwork that I could be showing.
Oh, yeah.
Oregon
There
Trail.
you go.
April 14th. April 14th. No, that trailer is wrong. It got moved to May. Sorry. The poster, rather. Excuse me. Anywho, Abigail and her family fall victim to a ruthless gang while making their way across the Oregon Trail. As the only survivor, she will do anything it takes to retrieve one earthly possession, her family's horse, from the clutches of bloodthirsty bandits. Starring Zoe de Grand Maison, Olivia Applegate, Clay Bennett, and Sam Tremmell, and more. And more. I like that. But it's kind of gores up this Western adventure.
Are they trying to make this like another Becky, though? Speaking of, because she's this young kid going after this group of thugs. That's like, yeah.
Yep.
So maybe this is like, they're trying to, do that whole hardcore teen girl.
Does the title Oregon Trail, does that come into it? Or are there organs involved of some sort?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, why are they calling it Oregon Trail then? I was thinking they were going to be like taking body parts, and that would be hilarious.
I was thinking cannibal, right? I was thinking cannibals.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, they are bandits. I mean,
maybe it will.
What did they do to her? Yeah. What did they do to her family? What? Why is she still alive? What? No. We'll have to watch.
Gotta get them organs. All right, up next. This is another one for Crystal, but it's also for Dave as well.
Oh my God!
5 Blood Rise. This is the 5th and the very popular franchise of films, right, Dave?
Yes.
How popular is it?
Yeah.
To these cons?
They made 5 of them. Well, this one, it's been like 20 some years since Subspecies.
I thought it was in the 90s,
so
right? It was in the 90s. Oh, yeah.
Was it 90s?
Crazy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is one of those full moon fans never thought they would see, but
especially with Anders actually in it.
Yeah, they got everybody back. Denise Duff and the whole crew's back for this one. So it played very well at Horror Hound when we debuted it down there in Cincinnati, and it's getting a theatrical release. I think a 1 week theatrical release at least.
It's 1 week or 1 day. At least
it's something like that. But it's playing at the what's that theater you guys go to down there that I don't
Alamo.
have up here? Yeah,
I hate that we don't have one. Alamo.
I can't believe Atlanta doesn't have an Alamo.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
The synopsis: the vampire Radu is back in director Ted Nicolaus. Is that how you pronounce it?
Nicolau, yeah. Nicolau.
Epic prequel. I'm just going to stop. Subspecies 5: Blood Rise, a dark thriller that follows Radu's descent from a noble warrior of the church to a depraved, blood-hungry creature of the night.
Ooh.
That's it. The nutshell, Doc. That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I know Crystal's looking forward to it, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, so I do remember the movies being a lot better than when I watched them. When you're a kid watching these, you're like, because they had that bloodstone, and I just remember thinking, look how cool I think it was just a piece of glass or something, but they drank from it and stuff, and I was like, this is so awesome. And it's kind of cheesy now, but I still love it. I don't care.
Of course you do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, another film franchise that is now a franchise that we liked the first film quite a bit was Becky. Well,
God, yeah.
Yes, and that featured Lulu Wilson, and who was the?
It was Kevin James.
Kevin James, and he was
the King of Queens.
Incredible in that, right?
Mm-hmm. God, yeah, it was so good.
Well, Lulu Wilson is back in The Wrath of Becky, and the antagonist this time is Sean William Scott.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What are they doing? I bet it's gonna be good.
Stifler. Stifler.
Yeah.
2 years after she escaped the violent attack on her family, Becky attempts to rebuild her life in the care of an older woman, a kindred spirit named Alina. But when a group known as the Noble Men break into their home, attack them, and take their beloved dog, Diego, Becky must return to her old ways to protect herself and her loved ones.
Why is she such a target? Becky, what are you doing? Oh my God, Becky. What are you doing? That chick is so cool. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for her.
This is the one I'm looking forward to. I want to see this movie so bad. I really enjoyed the first one. It was so surprising and so refreshing, and such a great heroine for the film.
God, she's so good. Like, the movie was better than it had any right to be.
Yep.
It was, for sure.
Yeah, it needs some bigger following. I don't know. I feel like it's underappreciated.
I'm shocked that, I know. Isn't that weird? I don't know a lot of people that have actually seen it. I'm like, Becky, Becky, like, but the hat, because you remember the cute little hat. She's just precious. She's gonna beat some booty. Sean, oh God, this makes me laugh. I bet you he's gonna be good. I would have told you Kevin James. I was like, oh, this is not. But he was phenomenal.
He was frightening.
Like, he scared me. Yes. It actually completely changed my opinion. I'm like, damn, he's a really good actor. Like, he's got range. So, can't all be comedians, can't all work in horror, right, Rose? It's a thing.
He's trying to get away from that. What was the Bloom? What was it? The mall cop? What was he?
Oh, Paul Blart, mall cop.
Yeah, trying to get away from that.
God, he was good in that, though. That was funny.
But he needs more serious roles because he's really good at it.
Yeah.
All right. Recapping the films, we have A Simulant coming out on.
Oh, that's
5th.
what. Okay, wait. Now, who is the AI there? Him?
I think so. Yes.
The lead guy. Yeah. If you watch the trailer, it's him.
Yep.
Okay.
Hypnotic is coming out the 12th.
I hate that poster, but yeah.
Go. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. It looks basic. Yeah. It looks. I think the movie's going to be great, but yeah, posters, debatable.
Oregon Trail. Don't look at the title on the thing. That's old. And then a blood species or subspecies Blood Rise. I got it all together. Subspecies 5 Blood Rise.
That's exactly like what that should look like. Like, that is exactly what I remember.
And of course, Wrath of Becky. Let us know which one you're most looking forward to down and below. And of course, let us know which ones we overlooked, because I'm sure we'll get some news this week about ones, and we're going to go, why didn't we talk about that one? But we got to do these in advance, so we're going to miss them. Anyway, let us know. That's our show for tonight. Again, reminder, this is our 10th anniversary, so keep looking all year long. Make sure you subscribe so you can keep track. We'll be having all kinds of cool things happening, surprises and whatnot throughout the year.
Yep.
It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast. And thanks to all the co-hosts that we have. We have a large group of co-hosts on Decades of Horror and Gruesome Magazine, and of course here as well. And all the fans over Patreon and online, and all the new fans that are discovering us right now. Thank you so much. All right, Dave, Crystal, thanks for joining. This was a lot of fun.
Totally.
Thank you, Doc.
Thanks for having us, Doc. Thank you for having me, Doc.
All right.
That's not so awkward.
That's good.
That's
kind of
super weird.
Yeah. All right, let's say goodnight.
Well, good night.
Good night. Dave.
I said good night.
Say good night, Dave.
All
say
right,
good night,
I'll
Dave.
say it again. Good night, everybody.
You supposed to.
Gruesome Magazine.